Hello, everybody. This is BScat100 here with.
My voice is going to hurt so much.
Welcome to the majority of voices in this trial. That's Crystal Master 4.
It is Crystal Master 4. Hi.
And welcome back to some more Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Well, we have half the cast here. In the previous episode, we had kind of done the before scene of the trial, met the witnesses, one of which included a familiar face from the last trial, and one was Luke. Luke is one of the witnesses of this trial against Maya. So, this is going to be interesting. If you like what you see, leave a like down below, comment if you have anything to say, subscribe to me and Chris if you haven't already, click that bell so you are notified of everything that we do, and share with your friends so they can join in on this adventure. Let's get started. I didn't drop the DS, I swear.
Good.
I didn't drop the DS, I swear.
Good. Good shit, Rob. Good shit.
This DS takes so much of a beating. Anyway.
I don't think it's into that, Rob.
Oh,
God. I heard a scream of an incantation, and when I entered the room, the victim was already so shiny. Mayhaps...
Don't push so hard.
Mayhaps something caused discord between erstwhile friends. Mr. Slewcat had a knife at the ready in his hand.
Victim of magic, sparkly and done for. I heard the staff fall on the floor. This is terrible all around.
That's such a bad slant rhyme that you should be ashamed for it, Birdly.
That and rhythmically, it's fucking awful. Stop.
Not only is it rhythmically awful, but it's not a good song. Not a good song choice.
Okay.
Go back and rewrite your songs. The professor must have seen through Miss Maya's deception and confronted her right there face to face. You were there.
No, he wasn't.
Kind of.
He walked in with everybody else. Or ran in.
Oh.
He ran in with everybody else.
I see. Thank you all.
Well, she's guilty. Next trial.
Yep. Okay. Get in there. Get in there, Spell. You're both going down.
Wait, what?
However, one part of the testimony was somewhat confusing. You there, the singer.
Singer, could you possibly mean me, Burnley the Bard, Your Excellence?
No, I'm talking about the kid. Your singer was terrible. Anyway, yes, that would be you, singer. The stuff you had sung about.
Is as you suspect, my lord. This very witch's scepter.
Those are different gems.
Oh my god.
There's two different magical gemstones attached, meaning that the meaning the perpetrator could have used two types of magic. Yeah, that would seem so.
This gem here enables the use of a gold transmutation spell, Goldor.
Anyway, Goldor. Just the word alone makes the tiny hairs on the back of my neck stand up.
Oh, they're gold now. Well, that's actually really heavy. My back hurts.
Oh, time to sell my hair. That's the one, all right. That's the dreadful incantation. I, Emir Punchambog the First, also heard. Oh, dearie, dearie me. I've seen that witch's scepter, so have I. So I have.
Oh.
I hate you so much, Birdly.
Can
you stop playing the instrument, please?
The golden man fell over, and that was it.
Oh, dearie me!
Oh, you're voicing the parrot. Okay, all right.
Yeah. Yeah, just add more voices to my repertoire. How dare she do that to the professor?
By the way, this witch's scepter was found on the floor near the victim. If you'll turn your attention to the sketched plans, it was located right here. But, that doesn't... Nope, I already see a problem with that!
Yeah, wait a minute.
You see it too?
Wasn't Phoenix standing there?
No. No, Phoenix was in the cellar.
Oh.
Do you remember what the room looked like?
No.
Okay. A scepter dropped by the accused would naturally tumble to the exact spot.
Objection! Inquisitor Barnum, what you're saying amounts to nothing more than a baseless assumption.
You're on edge today, Sir Blue Knight. It's because your friend is on trial. Perhaps you had better cool yourself down.
Not only is my friend on trial, but my other friend got killed. So yeah, little on edge, sir. Well, anyway, the court accepts the scepter as evidence.
Thank you, my lord. Is this the Land Magica? Okay. Goldor. Goldor.
Goldor, which sounds like a Pokemon.
It does.
The solid gold. The spell will transmute to the closest target within range.
Which would be Layton. Which would be Layton.
Gotcha. Inquisitor Barnum, may I ask you something?
Sure, why not? What is it?
Does it hurt like a bit? Anyway, we know that one of the gems is for the spell Goldor, but what about the other one?
A naive question.
Huh?
Naivety may be no hindrance to a baker who spends most of his time amongst bread. But it can be your undoing here in court. Shut up, other me. Would a knight put a weapon in his...
I have no idea why other you is talking. I can't even see it on Discord. Because you speak and then my thing lights up and I have no idea why.
Would a knight put a weapon in his enemy's hands?
He's telling me... He's telling me to do my homework, huh? Mr. Wright. I'll look for information about that magic gem from the Grand Grimoire. Thank you, Isabella. That would be great. Give you some kind of use in this trial.
Whoops. Just leave it to me.
He seems very happy to help.
No shit.
The defender may interrogate the witnesses.
Oh, I don't wanna...
Believe me, Rob, I also don't want you.
I heard a screaming incantation. Something caused... Yeah, what's this knife that you're talking about?
Hold it! He didn't have a knife, he pointed his finger. Are you saying they think they quarreled? The other day I saw you all together in this very court, and you were evidently friends. Well, yeah, that's true, but what's that got to do with... Now everyone listen carefully. No chatting in the back row. What I say now will be in the next exam.
Okay. All right. You wanna tone it down? We have that exact same character arc for somebody later, for somebody more important. So fuck off. Sorry. I just got a little...
You were in a mood there. Miss Primrose's lesson number 5. 5?
Apparently.
Friendship leads to nothing but trouble.
Hate everyone. The end.
People would not break up and part their ways in anger if they did not become friends in the first place. The kids in their class must grow up to be model citizens. Oh, dearie me. What I saw in that room curdled my blood in my veins. Mr. Stuckhead was pointing a glittering knife. Oh, that's the thing. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Is everything okay, Luke? No, of course it's not okay. The professor was a true gentleman. And no gentleman would go around threatening people with knives.
Couldn't agree more.
Silly boy. I saw your professor pointing a knife. Are you insinuating that I'm a liar, you cheeky little whippersnapper?
And what if I am?
The professor would never do that. You don't know him.
At least Luke found someone else to antagonize.
I was tempting of slamming my table as he was, but man, that would be bad. Mr. Wright? What is it? I think there was some important information in Miss Primrose's testimony.
Yes.
Really? Oh, I'm sorry. It's not my place to say things like that.
Oh, for fuck's sake, cut the act.
Yeah, retract your usefulness. It's fine.
I didn't notice anything. What could that be?
What could that be?
What was Stella about to say? Oh no!
Bella, why didn't you tell us about what you've noticed? Why don't you tell us about what you noticed? Oh, is that okay? It's just something I'd like to ask Miss Primrose about.
Isabella, it's fine. If you walk into this side of the bench, you're automatically allowed to do anything that a defender does. It's fine. Because
fine.
those are the rules of the universe.
That's
apparently.
how the co-council works. You're basically Defender 2.0.
Mm-hmm.
Well, just go ahead and ask her. Excuse me, Miss Primrose. Do you mind if I ask you a question?
Try the name again.
Miss Primstone. Did I say Primrose?
Mm-hmm.
Have I been saying Primrose?
I believe so.
Okay. Oh, it's you! Miss Isabella Cantabella. Miss Primstone, did you actually see the knife that Mr. Layton was holding? I did. As a matter of fact, yes. I remember the glinting blade very well. The most frightening sight it was, too. And you saw that from the door, didn't you? Now, if we take a look at the sketch. When the incident took place, Mr. Layton must have been facing this way, correct?
Which means that either Maya's in the wrong place, or he was pointing the knife at somebody else. It must have been the case, otherwise the witness would not have been able to see it.
Well, that's all I wanted to ask. The more information we have, the better, right?
Can't give it to us, can you, game?
Oh, man!
And the direction the professor was facing, that could be important.
To anybody who's watching this for the first time, because
I'm sorry.
Because out of every playthrough of this, you came here to watch this one.
Yeah, what a fucking great decision you made to do that.
I do apologize. It's just that Chris and I have been playing Phoenix Wright games for a long time, so like this is pretty much second nature to us at this point. Yeah, I still screw up from time to time, but you know, it's.
But the tropes come second nature.
Yeah.
That sentence didn't make sense, but I don't care. This information shall be added to the court record.
Also, you know, what's it called? The dramatic irony. That's it.
Yes. I'm sorry I jumped in like that, but I really wanted to help. I wanted to be useful, damn it.
You have already proven to be very useful.
Not at all, Espella. We were able to get some more info, which may just come in handy. How is it I'm having more problems with voices that I speak in a normal tone than ones where I'm speaking a weird accent?
Uh-uh.
What the fuck, brain? You think so? Now then, the witness shall continue with the testimony.
Shut up, shut up, shut up!
Well, he shut up.
Yes, he did. Victim of magic sparkly and done, I heard the staff fall on the floor. Professor must have seen through Miss Maya's deception and confronted her right there, face to face.
Yeah,
that's no.
No. No, Luke.
No.
Just no.
No.
Luke, you said...
No.
Luke, you said that you will only believe what you see with your own eyes. But what you think you saw may not be the whole truth. Huh? What do you mean? Take a close look at the sketch of the crime scene. At the time of the incident, Professor Layton and Maya were standing here. Now, we have learned from Miss Primstone's testimony which way the professor was facing. He was facing this way.
I'm going to stab you. I'm a stab a bitch.
Stab you, Circle.
I'm a stab a bitch.
My favorite phrase from fucking Professor Layton. I'm going to stab a bitch. You have testified that the professor confronted Maya face to face. But looking at the sketch of where they're standing, one thing is clear. There is a contradiction in your testimony. What?
Jesus, fuck. That was... I didn't even touch anything.
Yeah, it just went too fast.
Ugh. Whether they were facing each other or not is of no relevance whatsoever. They were the only ones in that room. One was a victim, thus the other must be the witch.
Objection! You idiot! I will ask you to wait before jumping to conclusions, Inquisitor. Think back to Miss Primstone's testimony. She told us that the professor was pointing a knife at someone threateningly.
Oh.
However, you can see that in the sketch that he wasn't threatening Maya. So then who was he pointing the knife at?
Oh, Luke.
Luke, what is it? The professor would never point a knife at anyone. I was the one who opened the door to that room, so I was the first witness, and I saw no knife. Miss Primstone's testimony is not reliable.
Oh, shut up, Luke.
Oh, dearie me, would you look at this child, sputtering nonsense and talking badly of his elders. Inquisitor Barnum.
Yes, my lord.
Slice all of their heads off.
At once! Game over.
Everyone's guilty. Everyone.
Including the judge.
Including everyone.
Yeah.
It should pose no difficulty to verify whether or not the victim has a knife. After all, that sparkling golden body of his has been found at the crime scene, has it not?
Well...
Are you fucking serious?
Indeed it has, my lord.
Okay.
Court attendants, you heard the judge. Bring the victim into the courtroom.
Phoenix, right?
No, not
Like
that
they're
victim.
They're going to bring the golden statue. No.
Professor?
I hate looking at your stupid face, Luke. I hate it so much.
Is his arm still gonna be gone?
Yep. He looks even more like a Lego now.
Yep. Look at that. Did he get damage in the When you came in, you saw his arm come off.
Yes.
Did it get damaged in transit?
Yes, he did. I was just trying to think back to the cutscene. Yeah, he did.
No, I remember that scene. He came in, Luke, and then he was golden, and then he fell over, and then his arm came off.
Yeah.
Professor! Professor! So this is the what?
No, I'm just remembering from the end of chapter 3.
Yeah. Just this is the power of the gold transmutation spell. Most spectacular. It looks like the work of the most finest artisans.
Artisans.
What?
I assure you, it is no work of. I assure you, it is the work of no artisans, my lord. By the way, the missing arm has not yet been found. Because of course it hasn't. Because if it had, we would have been halfway to solving this case already.
Mm-hmm. I can't believe this, Professor. I suppose we should add the victim to the testimony, to the evidence. Phoenix Wright.
Or Professor who, while certain evidence, became evidence.
Oh, goddamn.
Only if Phoenix Wright can the victim be part of the evidence to rescue the victim.
Just fucking... My brain is just on overdrive today. Phoenix presents Layton, and he just throws the statue at Barnum. Take that!
Take that! Welcome to...
Can someone get him off of me, please?
Help!
Help! You tiny child! No way! Tiny child!
Tiny child! Good shit, let's go.
Oh, there he is. There's the evidence. Anyway.
But it's so obvious it wasn't a knife!
I know.
This is unfortunate. And I thought the evidence would be as good as gold. I have no idea what that was. Jesus Christ. But although it technically is, we're still no closer to discerning whether or not the victim was holding the knife.
The judge got a lot more
Shut up, I know what I did.
Okay, alright.
I totally didn't forget that the judge was still speaking.
Let me speak, please. Please.
No, you're not allowed to. Please. Maya?
Maya?
All of my voices.
The professor didn't have a knife, and also, there was another person in that room. The real witch was there too. Please, believe me. Shut up. Accused. Do I really need to warn you again? Inside the cage, you are to behave like a bird that has forgotten its song. Speak again, and you shall be punished.
Why didn't you say that before she said speak?
Or are you in a particular hurry to taste the flames of justice, little bird?
Objection! Also, to be fair, in a real court situation, the defendant isn't supposed to really be speaking.
No,
to
not at all.
with.
Unless they're
So-
unless they themselves are physically on the stand, they're supposed to stay quiet.
Yeah, so he has a point.
He does have a point, yeah. But of
then
course,
again, this is a fucking witch trial.
yeah.
But it's true that someone else could have been at the crime scene. Look at the sketch. The victim was facing towards someone, and that person wasn't Maya.
Sir Blue Knight, your ignorance is no longer even a surprise.
Huh?
You do not know what transpired at the crime scene.
Well, did they use Demir? Is that what that other gem was? Or was it, well, they
no.
said it was different.
No, it's different. You think this man was pointing at another person, you say? But let me tell you this. Nearly everyone in this court other than you knows what Sir Hat was pointing at.
With his finger! What?
Well, honorable witnesses, is that not so? Shut up, you.
I am here Punchbag the First. Wrote me some gossip about stories of the occult. Stop playing, sir.
Stop! Forget it. Forget it. I give up. I'm not. No.
No. just give up, Rob.
No.
Oh, dearie me. You could all. You could use some education, Blue Knight. I can offer you private tuition, but it will not come cheap. If the professor wasn't confronting Maya... Witnesses, you will now testify. Tell us all about this other presence at the crime scene.
There we go.
I'm drunk now. Is that poison I have in my hand? I don't even fucking care at this point. We all know what happened to that alchemist. This case is no mystery. Same place, same magic trick. This time her life would have run out as she dropped that magic scepter.
The truth obscured by a twisted ruse. The witch couldn't vanish, but did confuse.
It happened because the professor unveiled the mystery behind all these witches. Unraveled, not unveiled. Oh yeah, Demir's silver.
White. It's
Same
considered white.
difference.
It's considered white.
Hmm.
And if we take a look at the thing...
Yeah, it was purple.
Yep.
The same magic trick was used?
They're referring to an incident from 3 months ago. Much like this incident, a man lost his life to witchcraft in that very room.
It was the master of that residence, Sir Newton Belduke, the alchemist. He suffered... That's Barnum.
No, it's not. No, that... I thought you were talking about the picture.
No.
Anyway, he suffered death by strangulation. Finger marks were left on the neck. Let me just take a look at that picture real quick. Who am I kidding? I know what I'm looking for. Also, Triforce.
Also, Triforce where?
On the papers in front of him.
I can't see that from here.
Take my word for it.
The fucking text box blocking it.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking through the text box. Anyway.
No, it's really hard for me
Yeah.
to see through
No,
the text box.
I gotcha. He had locked himself in the study, and the key was still in his pocket.
Also, that's still a more dignified pose than Mew.
Yeah.
In other words, no one could have entered that room.
The perpetrator disappeared from a locked room, just like in this.
A large amount of powder medicine was spilt all over the floor.
Powdered medicine? Sir Belduke was an alchemist. He possessed various medicinal concoctions.
Due to
He
the
had so much weed, bro.
Due to the presence of that powder, had anyone entered that room, clear footprints would have remained, yet there were none.
He's just a drug dealer.
That
wasn't powder, that was just straight up crack.
Is that not what all alchemists were back in the day?
It was just magical drugs. That's the kind of mystery the professor would have loved to solve. Thus, there were two unnatural circumstances to Sir Belduke's death: the culprit's disappearance from a locked room, and the fact that they appeared to not have walked on the floor. It's almost as if they flew away. In other words, it couldn't have been the Demir magic that was used in my case the other day.
Well, I'm gonna say no shit on that one.
Teleportation gem.
Close.
It seems like the killer levitated above the floor, strangled Belduke, and vanished into thin air.
But what does that have to do with this trial?
It has been 3 months since that murder. Despite that, we still haven't been able to find the witch responsible. But now, having eluded us for so long, that witch has finally been brought before this court. We will have justice.
We didn't even come here until like a few weeks ago. How the flying fuck is Maya part of that trial too?
Yeah.
No way!
Yeah.
What?
Keep going.
No way! Now he thinks Maya killed the alchemist too. We weren't even here back then, but it's not like I can explain that to him.
We were in the jolly old London by that point.
Well then, why don't you No. We were still back in America at that point. Excuse me, Japanifornia.
No. We were in England when we got summoned. Oh wait, 3 months ago?
3 months,
Oh,
yeah.
They would have been in America.
We were still in Japanifornia.
They're still in Japanifornia.
Well then, why don't you interrogate the witnesses? Now that you are aware of the connection between the two murders.
Objection! Can't be serious. 3 months ago, we weren't even... Defender, you may interrogate the witnesses. May their testimonies lead us to the truth.
Oh boy.
Oh, I'm so very drunk, by the way.
We all know what happened to the alchemist. The case is no mystery. Same place, same magic trick. This time her luck ran out and she dropped the magic scepter. Shut up, you.
But wait. But the scepter's like on the other side of the table. Why would she have a need of standing in front of Layton if she used the scepter and then... Unless...
She's not in front of Layton. No. No, she's not in front of Layton. The sketch hasn't changed from that. She's still next to him.
Yeah.
So by that, I understand what they're saying. By that, like, from her position, she could still drop the scepter.
Right, and I guess she was trying to escape, so that's why she ended up there.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you care to elaborate on that, Miss Brimstone? No, why? Why, Phoenix, why? You could say I'm a scholar, and my knowledge is vast and diverse. I know a thing or two about witchcraft. Therefore, I have a very good idea of the type of magic that must have been used this time. The magic behind this mysterious figure that appeared out of nowhere, glided through the air, and vanished after making the kill? Indeed, yes, and the witch's scepter confirms my theory.
A brilliant deduction. I'm honored to have studied under an excellent teacher such as yourself, Miss Primstone.
He was his teacher? Actually, I guess that kind of explains a lot.
Our occult crime analysts have arrived at the same conclusion.
Also, occult crime analysis?
Apparently.
Yeah, because we need forensic...
Analysts! Analysts! Not analysis. It's just...
Either way, they basically have a forensics team for witchcraft, is what they're saying. We're English people.
We're American.
Good. You're right. I found it. The page about the purple magic gem. The spell's called Familia. Familia. It's Familia. Familia would have another I in there.
Yeah.
What does it do?
Spell Familia. Fuck. Now you got me saying it. Spell Familia, bound within this purple gem, is used to summon a familiar.
The spell Familiar summons a familiar. Wait, what?
The spell familiar summons a familiar. Yar.
Yar. What, they just become a pirate?
Yes.
Yes. Familiars appear out of nowhere, glide through the air, and vanish with their task when their task is complete. They are evil, bloodthirsty spirits used by witches to perform outrageous crimes. It's just a bunch of PJ? I don't mean...
Yeah.
I don't think it looks like that. Are you saying that the witch used a familiar to...
It was a familiar that took Sir Burduke's life, and now it has appeared again. So Cat was probably trying to ward off the evil spirit with his knife. He didn't have a knife!
Rob. What happened?
What good is a knife against an occult creature? It completed the task given to it by the witch and promptly vanished. Thus bringing us to the conclusion that... So Belduke and Sir Cat were both killed by the same witch. No, that doesn't make sense. Why would Maya, providing that she is the witch, why would Maya have need to use a familiar when she was in the same room alone with Layton? It doesn't make any sense.
Not only that, but Layton was made gold, and Belduke was strangled.
That's true as well.
So, like, I mean, I guess don't make the same mistake twice, but then again, like,
what's the use of what's the point of the familiar then? Can the familiar use magic? Like, can the familiar also cast spells? Because that would be the only way that would work.
Exactly, and it seems like the summoning circle where the familiar was is on the opposite side of where the scepter was, so you can't even make the argument that the familiar used the scepter unless they threw it over Layton's head. What? Fucking Golden Layton's just pointing at us. Disappointedly, probably.
Disappointed at Luke.
Probably. Although it's more so pointing in between Birdley and Primstone. What an unexpected turn of events. The two incidents have been shown to be connected. Due to the same witch's scepter having been used in both cases. But what gems were in the last case? First of all, we don't even know if Goldor and Familia were... Well, I mean, Familia, they did say was in the last one. But what was the other one that they used?
Summons...
Well, I guess that's...
Summons forth a magical familiar from the shadows. Although it possesses a physical form, it is completely weightless.
Yeah, so they... Wait... That's gonna come into play.
Maybe.
Oh, this is terrible. Now Maya's accused of 2 murders.
The fuck doesn't matter? It doesn't matter at this point. If she is accused of 1 or 2, she's still gonna go down into the fire. Like,
not only that, but again, this isn't the first time that she's been accused of multiple crimes.
This is true. Oh, dearie.
Oh, dearie me. I was right as always.
Shut up, you prissy bitch.
The gruesome murder will be in the next exam. Make sure to take notes. Now I shall divulge what really happened. Wait,
will you? We're all ears, Miss Primstone.
And you're banging all of them with your stupid voice. The Hatmaker was pointing the knife at the witch's familiar.
Okay.
Then that's the same.
The truth obscured by a twisted ruse. The witch couldn't vanish but did confuse.
Confused how?
God forgive me for doing this.
Hold it! It's a beautiful song, sure, but would you mind testifying in a bit more of a comprehensible way?
As you wish, sir, musically impaired defender. Excuse me? A certain man was killed some 3 months ago.
You mean Sir Newton Belduke, the alchemist, right?
It was a locked room murder accomplished through the use of a certain mysterious spell.
And that same magic has been used in this case too.
Doesn't make sense. The witch that committed the crime disappeared without a trace.
And she hasn't been found to this day, huh?
And that's pretty much what I expressed in my song. Wow, that was completely useless.
I knew all that already.
Even a peerless bard such as myself may not always be completely up to date with all the latest information. Isn't that so, Cracker? You understand, don't you, my peerless feathery partner?
Hold it! Also, is it weird that I'm voicing a parrot named Cracker?
I didn't even think of it until
what
now.
An adorable bird! He's imitating you this time, Mr. Wright. I set myself up for that way too easily.
Right. I'm being parroted by a parrot.
We capture all witches without exception. This one may have been at large a little longer than others, but she will not escape us. No. What do you have, Luke? Happened because of Professor.
Yeah.
I'm just. You're useless. We might have to come back to you. We all know what happened, huh? So what happened, Mr. Drunk Moron here?
You're talking about Mr. Belduke's murder, which took place in a locked room? Yeah, a real shocker, alright. Everyone was talking about it. People don't say this out loud, but you know it. You're thinking it too, eh? I don't have the faintest idea of what you're talking about. Ain't it clear as day? He was an alchemist. Alchemy is just like magic, ain't it? Technically, in this universe, it isn't. Technically, because science.
Don't utter that word. in this world. Don't do it.
Science, Rob. Sir Belduke was a man. Only a woman can be a witch. What's more, witchcraft has nothing to do with alchemy. They're different somehow.
Alchemy is a mysterious art of manipulating the forces of nature, or so it said.
Well, that sounds a lot like magic to me. Alchemy is incomprehensible to regular people. So magic, really. And you know, a couple of days before the witch got him, it was that lightning that struck. Lightning?
Ah.
Glad you're asking. Because I was like telling that one. There we go. Had to wait for Discord to catch up.
Oh, really? Jesus Christ, It's only
Yeah.
been 2 episodes.
Well, anytime that I freeze mid-sentence, it's because I'm waiting for the rest of the sentence to catch up. All of a sudden, like a bolt of lightning in the blue sky, there's this bolt from the sky, only it wasn't blue. The sky lit up and turned blood red, and then out of nowhere, an old-looking bell tower appeared in the burst of flames. Makes you realize Mother Nature's pretty powerful stuff, eh?
You have strayed off the topic at hand, witness. This is a courthouse, not an inn. Save your thrilling stories for later. Okay, you have anything else?
Did you actually see the familiar? Oh, dearie, dearie me. No, I did not. When that boy opened the door, the familiar had just disappeared. Had the boy opened the door sooner, no doubt we all would have seen it. If he were my student, I would have made sure to teach him not to dilly-dally.
Here we go again.
Wait,
Oh,
was
shit!
that-
Fuck.
She was talking about Luke. Wait, did someone else
Yeah, Luke spoke
say
up.
something?
Luke spoke
Oh.
up. I tried to touch him. His portrait.
Rob. He's a child.
Whatever, let's just finish this.
And when you entered the room, you saw the victim pointing at something. Pointing a knife, no less. A knife, as I told you before, it was a sharp, glittering knife. Yeah. The poor
Blah
man
blah
thought
blah
that the
blah
knife
blah
was-
blah blah blah
okay.
blah 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 blah. Shut up!
Yeah, we
Shut up!
already-
Shut
we
up! I don't
already
care. I care less about you. Shut up.
Yeah, press her again.
No way!
No way!
Hang on!
I the one thing I do like is that Luke is just not giving in to Primstone's bullshit.
Yeah.
I am out of water now.
Oh boy.
Is everything all right, Luke? You seem to be deep in thought about something. No, it's not all right. Is there something in Miss Primstone's testimony that you'd like to comment on? That's what I keep telling you. The professor wouldn't point a knife at anyone.
Okay, we're just circling back to the same thing. Unless we have the arm, we can't prove it, Luke.
Dearie me, what an impertinent child. I'm telling you, I saw a knife. Like this little glint of a sharp blade. His finger isn't that sharp, ma'am. At any rate, as we can see now, the victim's arm is missing. As such, there's no proof that he had a knife. Well, that we can present.
Yeah, that is but a mere detail. It matters not.
A mere detail matters not. Oh my. Anyhow, I wonder, where could that missing arm be? Yeah, that ought to be looked into. Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Mister, do you have something you'd like to share with us?
Here we go again.
You son of a bitch. Mr. Amir! It's Mr. Amir Ponchbag the First to you, Bluey. The likes of you ought to show me some respect for a future man of wealth such as me. You seem to be looking ahead to a future full of newly gained riches. I can look wherever I bleed and please. Anyway, why are you looking at me like that? I don't know about that good bloke's right arm. Excuse me, Mr. Wright. What is it, Espella? I may be wrong, but there's something about that man.
Oh, really?
Wouldn't you say he looks, suspicious? It's not just you. Everything about him is so shady, it makes me want to double check my pockets. Mr. Amir, stop pretending you don't know anything about the victim's missing arm. Pretending? I told you I know nothing, not a 0 nil. I ain't even see it, or heard about it, or put it in my pocket. Put it in your pocket?
That's a pretty big thing to put in your pocket.
It wasn't me, honest. Seriously, I've got nothing to do with it.
What the hell?
Was that Primstone?
Mia! You lying, cheating, good for nothing, you tried to deceive me!
Oh, it's him!
Oh, it's him.
Uh-oh. Yeah, we did a puzzle for him.
Yeah, we did. Order! Who is that person?
Well, where? Oh, high price. You know what? I'll voice him.
Yeah, you go fucking go for it, because you voiced him before, too.
But now I know what his voice sounds like. You want to know who I am? I'm Price the pawnbroker. And this man's a shameless cheating bum. He had the nerve to lie to me.
What did he lie to you about?
I'll tell you, on the day of the crime, Amir came into my shop. He waltzed up to me saying he got his hands on a superb work of art, rare as gold dust.
I think I know where this is going.
That work of art. Could it be... I've got it right here! What the fuck does that say? No, I really want to know what that actually says.
I can't tell.
Is that an
like
L?
Lumen?
Nah, I don't.
Moon?
I don't know.
Just like I thought.
That's...
Oh my. Professor! It's the professor's arm!
He has a very tiny arm, then.
Where did the other two go? Did he just, like, consume their souls so he could take the place in the stand?
They probably,
Which is what I'm thinking.
They probably, like, stepped back. Or whatever.
So far back, the camera pan didn't even show them.
It's pure gold, exquisitely crafted. It was... Whoa! Let's not do that again. It was entitled, Towards Tomorrow, or something like that. I'd never seen a piece of gold so fine before. And so, suspecting nothing, I paid that rascal a rather handsome sum.
Who would have thought?
And what am I hearing now? That it was a human arm, no less. You, sir, are a monster. You're as bad as a witch's familiar yourself.
I didn't know it was his arm, I swear! When I saw it, it was already like that!
Bullshit, you were already in the room, you saw Layton fall and his arm detach.
What do you mean? I was the last to see it. I caught me eye right away. The golden arm pointing up at the ceiling with such optimism and authority. I thought it looked like it was showing me the way to a better, brighter, richer tomorrow.
Where was the arm laying?
To me, it was a work of art, a precious one at that. And then it found its way into your pocket and you pawned it off.
You mounted it on a crude stand, gave it a tawdry title, and passed it off as some kind of sculptor.
Don't try not to look away from the truth now. Darn it, I can look wherever I damn please. I'll look away from the facts and forward to the future. Always look on the bright side. That's a mere punching bog's motto.
Well, Layton's back.
Good. Where were we now? Ah, yes. The victim's arm has now been successfully reattached by one of our masterful craftsmen. Knights of the court, you may resume the Inquisition. At least one thing's clear now. As everyone can see, the victim definitely wasn't holding a knife.
Let's just hold on for a minute. Oh man, this is such a stupid case.
I love it.
It's so stupid.
It's so dumb sometimes.
But
it's kind of the fun, honestly.
Yeah, they gotta get a fun case in before the final one, because spoilers, the next case is actually the final case. So.
Oh boy.
I believe.
Well,
yeah, no,
make this 4 chapters.
No, we would still do like 5 or 6.
No, I mean, like, wouldn't that make 4 chapters total? Or is it 5?
This is chapter 4 right now.
Oh, then it would be 5. Duh.
It's like 5 or 6, because remember, we still have to go through another in-between phase. But I digress. Did you already say the line?
Yes.
Shut up, you!
Dearie me! It seems I may have been mistaken after all.
I want to take one of your wigs and, like, slam it against the other, like one of those. You know the ball, like the thing with 4 balls.
Fucking clackers.
Yeah. No, not clackers. It has
abacus.
No, it's like
No, not abacus. What the fuck am I talking? I know what you're talking about. Like those
like the
things
4
in
balls.
science that, like,
Yeah. It shows.
Yeah, the 4 balls.
Yeah, I want to do that. I want to see if like your hair will just go back and forth.
I just think it looks like a clacker.
Yeah, that
Combined with Princess Leia's head on a fucking cone.
that would be the simpler solution, yes, but
When you think about it, the victim had already been turned to gold when we entered the room. According to the witnesses' testimonies, that was the case, yes. Well then, I'm sure you'll concede that it was easy to mistake the glittering pointing finger for a knife.
Indeed, the victim's finger has a glint to it resembling that of a sword's edge.
But it's rounded. It's rounded. What kind of fucking knife has a rounded edge like that? Unless it's a butter knife, but you don't stab people with a butter knife.
I mean, you can if you try.
It's not gonna be easy. Such a sense of power and intensity. It's enough to send a shiver down the spine of anyone being pointed at. No puzzle is a match for the power of the professor's pointing finger.
Loser. Sorry.
Yeah, you're making the loser face right now. Not face. I mean, yes, face.
Yes.
You know what I mean.
I guess no one remembers that I'm known for pointing like that too.
Listen, you want to be turned into solid gold, Phoenix?
Well, I mean, someone gets made into a statue with their pointed finger like that in the next game, but details. I think your pointing finger could make quite an impression too, Mr. Wright.
2 people, actually.
It's literally the thing that he's known best for.
2 people, actually, Chris.
2?
2. There were 2 statues. I think.
Right. Well, no, I mean like one person was made into a statue. The other was the actual statue.
And let's discuss this afterwards.
Yeah.
Take pity on me.
Is that all you had to say, Sir Blue Knight?
Huh?
As I said before, whether the victim had a knife or not is completely irrelevant. You shut the fuck up.
What he said? You better apologize to me right now. Begging me for badgering me for no reason like that.
Is that all there is to it, or could that arm hold some other?
Well, again, how did he find it like that?
Mm-hmm.
We've come this far. Maybe there's something else you could ask about.
He's right. I need to ask him more questions.
Ask him more questions.
Well, then, Mr. Amir, perhaps you could tell me one more thing about that arm.
Where was it lying?
Where was it lying? You found the arm on the floor, pointing upwards, you said. Yeah, I did. Finders keepers, as I say. It was pointing straight up at the ceiling.
The arm somehow happened to fall down in such a way that it landed upright.
It landed straight on the side. So someone moved it.
You're right.
What are the odds of that? Actually, reminds me of a puzzle.
No. No. Don't you dare, Phoenix.
Yes, it does. Now, if you could just show us on this floor plan here. I'd like to know the exact spot where you found the victim's arm. Sure, I remember that well. Let me see, it was right here. Please tell me that you put Cadus's face over the arm.
Sure.
And then over Layton the second time.
Sure. I'm just... That is not where I thought it would be.
Yeah, I thought it would be a little bit more to the right.
Yeah, same here. How ironic it's right near the scepter.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yes.
yes.
Yes. That's where you would expect it to have fallen, yes.
Uh,
Now, if that's where it was, then something's definitely not right.
Then that means he wasn't facing the opposite direction for one.
Yeah, he
That's
wasn't...
his right arm.
Oh, it means he wasn't facing the circle, that's correct.
Yeah, it means he was facing the scepter.
Hold on. I'm physically standing up. I'm just saying that because for people who can't see. It's the right arm, right?
Yes.
Alright, so that's the circle. So it's behind.
Yep.
No, he would be facing Maya. The way that it landed, because if he faced the scepter, it basically would have been on the opposite side of the scepter, like between the scepter and the desk.
Oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's why I said uh-oh. If you keep looking at that sketch so intensely, you shall burn a hole into it. Or perhaps... you're going to claim there's a contradiction in it somewhere?
This arm is the final clue left by the professor. Even after turning to gold, he was pointing out something important. Namely, the key to solving the case.
Well, Defender, do you see any problems with the locations as marked on the sketch?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Of course there is a problem.
It's not gonna help our case, though. Psh, and where would that be, precisely?
The professor's arm has armed me with some vital evidence.
Don't get ahead of yourself there, Nix.
Its location leads to a huge contradiction. I mean, this wouldn't be the first time that a contradiction would have also hurted his case.
Yeah, that's true. But you're right, Chris. It's not where... That's not initially where it landed. Or how it landed. Sorry.
Why don't you enlighten us in this... and show us this so-called contradiction? What contradiction does the victim's arm create?
Oh boy. Right? Yeah, the way that he was facing.
Yeah. The contradiction is right here. What say you, Inquisitor?
Oh,
Bowden?
fuck you!
I believe it was.
I believe that.
my line.
I believe that was definite. Excuse me. I believe that was a definitive proof that there was a contradiction here, not in the sketch, but rather in this court. The contradiction is you, Sir Blue Knight. Perhaps you'd better go back to your bakery.
Huh?
I think what Inquisitor Bonham means to say is that your objection was a little off in the mark. I could be wrong, of course.
Yeah, I got that a spell. I'm not that clueless. Oh no!
You appear to be looking away from the facts, like rather like a certain witness.
I could make a joke here, but I won't.
Yeah, it's just... Yeah, we got it wrong.
Then it was Maya. Then, right? Because if it's not Layton that's the problem...
Well, it's the arm that's the problem.
Oh, right! The fact that it's pointing up?
Well, that in the location.
Yeah.
But... That's just a little too easy.
The contradiction in the location of the arm.
Is the location of the arm. Maybe? Whatever, we got a few to spare. Nope. Well, oh wait, yes.
No, that was.
That would be the victim's
the music
arm.
stopped. That's the
No,
music stopped.
the
Yeah, that's how you know.
The music stopped for the other one too.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did.
Well, I guess I didn't hear it then. Yeah, wait a minute.
It would be the
I didn't hear the music stop. Okay. Yeah, would a broken arm fall on its end and stand up neatly like that? It's even less likely than a coin landing on its edge. Wait a minute. We literally just talked about this. How did we screw that up? We literally just said that.
Here's the thing, though. It's like it was two possibilities, and both were technically correct.
Either Layton's position or who moved the arm.
It's either the arm's position where it landed or Layton's position was off. So it was really a 50-50 shot.
True.
But besides, you don't know with this game.
Well, I guess we do need to put our trust in the one who's already fucking turned to gold.
Thanks, Layton. Thanks for the support.
I appreciate it.
God, nope. Again, something was forming in my head, but I lost it.
Nope. Defender. This is not so much a contradiction as merely an oddity.
An oddity reminiscent of yourself, foolish blue knight.
I'm sure if you knocked back Mr. Layton's statue down 100 times, his arm would end up like that at least once. Knowing the professor, I bet it would happen.
What?
What?
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Try Maya.
You know what? Let's try Maya.
Let's try Maya.
Wouldn't be the first time that Maya has been the source of headaches. No, not hints.
Got it.
Contradiction is right here.
Yeah, that's not it. What the fuck?
What's the contradiction?
Is it the circle?
No, it can't be the circle. We know where the circle was.
Hang on. Contradiction in the location of the arm.
The scepter?
Wait a minute. Maybe the scepter? Because if it fell down and they came up the stairs, it looks like the table's blocking most of the scepter, right? Or is that just...
I mean, you're right, but at the same time, what does that have to do with the arm?
I'm trying to think, because where Layton was facing, and the arm ended up there.
So now we know that the position of Layton is not the problem. So let's go back to the fact that Layton was facing the circle, pointing out his right arm. It still doesn't make sense because that would have meant the arm would have had to like bounce backwards, but that's not the point here apparently.
The staff is the only other thing that comes out at me to check.
I know. I'm just trying to think. This would be really helpful if A, there was a face cam, and B, that we were together. But you know.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's just go for the staff. Honestly, like this is the only other thing to point. It's the only other thing to point out.
Got it. Oh, that's it.
Is it?
And this is the witch's scepter? Let's go over the order of the events and testimonies.
It's the scepter. God damn it. I mean, we weren't wrong. Like, there is something off about it. But, you know, again, we're just steps ahead of where the game is.
Or steps around, depending on how they're going to word it.
Yeah.
First, the witch casts a spell on the professor, turning him gold. When you all rushed to the scene of the crime, the golden statue fell down, making a loud noise. Next, the witch dropped the scepter.
Don't put the camera at me. What are you getting at, Sir Blue Knight? All witnesses agree with this order of events.
That's right. They all agreed that's how it happened. But then there's the arm.
Well, what about it? Spit it out.
Let's assume that Maya was the witch. Oh. Now look at the set. Now let's look at the sketch. Just look at it.
Are we just now going to point out the fact that the scepter is not in front of her when she dropped it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, the arm is between her and the scepter. Yep.
Okay. All right. Okay.
The witch dropped the scepter after having turned the professor to gold.
I see. Yeah. No. The scepter would have blocked the arm from going over there.
No, the scepter would have been where the arm currently is.
Other way. Wait.
Yes.
Yeah, it's same thing.
The arm currently is.
Same thing. The scepter would have blocked the arm from going on the other side.
Hmm. Anyway. The scepter stumbled along, yep. And was found here as asserted by the prosecution.
Okay, no, I completely lost it. What the fuck are you getting at, game?
However, that would be impossible. There's no way it could have been there. Oh, I see now.
Ugh, the arm. It was...
I'm glad you seem to have noticed. The victim's arm was on the floor right here, standing on its end. Therefore, the scepter couldn't possibly have fallen that way.
Okay.
Because it would have knocked the arm over.
Yeah.
Ergo, it couldn't have been the defendant who dropped the scepter. In other words, Maya's not a witch!
Ugh! That was a little delayed.
Order, order, order! How could this be? Inquisition's reasoning has been proven invalid through just one single piece of unusual evidence.
Call it Layton's magical touch. The professor sacrificed his arm to leave us just the evidence needed to turn this thing around.
At least it was just the arm and not an arm and a leg.
Right, otherwise he wouldn't be able to stand.
Do you know where I was going with that?
I did.
Okay. Just making sure.
That was amazing, Mr. Wright!
Really need to wrap this episode up.
Professor! Yeah, I noticed.
We're going on an hour 15.
I noticed.
But wait, I'm gonna make this even more complicated. An admirable deduction, Sir Blue Knight, that I cannot deny. Even if we are to assume your reasoning is correct and the girl is in the cage is not a witch.
Even if?
In the many trials I've attended, I have become well versed in certain aspects of magic. I am all too aware of its potential to confuse people, befuddle their minds, and make their memories hazy. No one can resist such a maddening influence.
What are you trying to say, Inquisitor?
The scepter could not have tumbled across the floor if the arm were in the way. However, can we be sure that is where the arm was? Are we sure of all the witnesses? Are all of the witnesses able to confirm its location at the time?
Objection!
We've heard what they had to say several times now. They agreed that the scepter fell after the victim fell over. That's true. That's how we saw it.
Is it? Because for some reason I remember the scepter falling first.
I thought I heard Layton's finger fell over, and then he falls over. The camera pans to Maya, and then you hear the scepter fall. Or am I just thinking that wrong?
Honestly, I don't quite remember. Huh.
But he is right. No one actually did see the scepter being dropped because they were too busy focused on Layton.
Yeah. Witnesses, think back to that incident one more time. Did the golden statue fall over first, or did the staff fall before it? Think carefully about what you have seen and heard. Everything hinges on your testimonies. May your words
No
guide
pressure.
us to the truth and decide the fate of this caged witch. Luke? Amir, what are you doing over there?
He's a crafty fellow.
Birdley? Eh.
I was about to get ready to leave.
So
but
were we.
There needs to be further questioning.
So are we!
Right. So are we. Justify once more witnesses next time.
Next time, yes. Well, finish the damn line.
Tell us the golden statue of the golden statue and the Tilia Magica.
I can't save until the witness testimony starts.
Oh. I was only... Okay. Bye.
Oof. Oof, I'm looking at that credibility right now. Ow.
Hell yeah.
That hurt.
Hell yeah.
We're now 18 and a half hours into the game. Alright. So, in the next episode, we continue the trial, and things are going to get a heck of a lot more confusing.
Oh boy.
So, thank you guys for watching, and see you guys later.
Bye.